Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As talks about title of today's video, got the #1 stretch big in NBA 2K24. So, this is the type of build that I envision will be playing power forward in rec / comp pro-am, but it's in a more offensive aspect if we're talking comp pro-am. So, if you're making a build like this, I assume you're probably playing with a more inside center that can likely do it all when it comes to guarding pick and roll, can be more of an interior defender, and obviously is more featured into the pick and roll game on offense. Whereas you are more of a corner spot up and corner defender, yet at the same time really bring a ton to the table shooting wise. And not to mention, this will be a huge park build too for the stretch position in my opinion, whether it's for playing the 3 or if you want to play in a really weird style where you're playing 2s and you're doing more of a post score kind of, I would say an outside post score oriented style that features more of an inside big crasher on offense. So anyway, we're gonna get straight into this. I hope y'all enjoy. If you do, for to drop a like, sub if you're new to noties, all good stuff. And like always, try to want to 2,000 likes. So as you can see, we're starting off with power forward 6'11". It's 217 on the weight for a very specific reason, and then we also have 7 foot on the wingspan. So as you can see, the dunk was more so forced up by our vertical being decent, but this is still going to be packages that give you a couple different dunk animations. Not to mention, we have 85 post control. This gives you, as you can see, some post fade phenom on Hall of Fame and the silver unpluckable. So 85 is looking like a really good spot to be. You won't believe what type of stuff you get off this off this mid-range, bro. It's insane. So as you're gonna see, like as you scroll through this mid-range a tad bit, you're getting things like, you know, that you wouldn't get through 3-point shooting. A ton of stuff. So you got comeback kid on Hall of Fame with post fade phenom. That's obviously post fade phenom only being tied to your mid-range, not your 3-pointer. But now you start to getting a lot of badges that are featured into this like higher level of shooting that 3-pointer can't unlock. So you have Green Machine on gold. Now you're getting blinders on gold. Now you're getting Deadeye on gold and open looks on Hall of Fame. You're getting guard up with 91, and then you're getting midi magician with 92, and then at the very top right here, catch and shoot, you get on Hall of Fame at 93 mid-range. So that's why we're still being a 7-foot wingspan right here, is mainly that mid-range is not only going to be your main source of offensive scoring between post fades, post hops, and stuff like that, or dribble pull-ups, etc., but also the post fade game and the post hops and stuff like that. So with the 85 3-pointer, you have enough for, as you can see, the bronze agent and bronze limitless with also gold corner. I will say, if you were able to get one more 3-pointer, which you can do with going down on your wingspan one more, you can get the silver agent 3. I just don't think you're gonna be putting the ball on the floor enough to justify going for that. Personally, I feel like it's a little bit more valuable to be able to get this, where if you have the 7-foot wingspan specifically instead of 6'11", you can get gold anchor with 92 block, which is a big deal if you're on this stretch big style right here. So this build will only get silver box out beast and silver rebound chaser. That's why I say I think you're maybe gonna need to run with someone that's a little bit bigger on the court, like a 5 essentially, and you're gonna be playing the 4. However, in the park setting, I think 83 can get the job done, most likely. Paired with 80 vertical, you have 82 strength as well for the movable enforcer on silver. You're gonna be able to deal with more slasher, heavy type inside bigs and stuff like that. 75 speed, very good for being a stretch big as well. And then you still have 68 acceleration, which ironically gets you silver spot finder. And this is going to be a big thing for like the dexing on 2s. This has some really crazy off-ball movement to it. Moving along, we'll come back to the playmaking. As you can see, you have 70 ball handle, 66 speed with ball, and 86 pass accuracy. So the main reason for stuff like this is going to be big driver. You can get big driver on Hall of Fame with 66 speed with ball, 70 ball handle. With the 70 ball handle will come a couple SIGs that we'll go over at the end of the video too. Between pro behind the back is fire. It's just a must-have if you're something that's in this ball handle range. And then we'll also talk a couple extra SIGs besides that. But I'm not too 100% knowledgeable on you know, like everything to do with the big man SIGs. As far as handles for days though, as you can see, you get this at 69 ball handle, and you still need the 69 ball handle to get big driver, so you might as well go 70 for the animations, is the way I see it. Pass accuracy can be adjusted if you want to be a little bit more of like a dunking based or like close shot post hook based. You can still do that as far as a modification too. Not to mention you can take down the mid range. It's just, man, that sounds so good to have Hoff catch and shoot on a stretch big. Like, we haven't seen anything like that in a long time, to be real with you guys. I mean, this is tough right here. This is so good. And pair that with the bronze limitless as well, you can still have the post game on you. And again, the mid-range is not only helping in the aspect of badges, but just in the way that you score the ball with a build like this. This is looking good. I really can imagine myself playing alongside a build like this, whether it's my boy Tonic, or I also have another buddy that I play 2K with. His name is SK, or that's what I go by for him. And He is another stretch big kind of post scorer enthusiast himself, and I can see myself playing with bigs like this all day, all the time. It's a very good teammate to have on your court. It's so nice for the sake of spacing on the game, and again, this is going to be elite spacing right here. So, as far as what the build's titled and all the, you know, shades of and stuff like that, as you're going to see, we have a couple different types of ways of playing. So, like KD, a little bit more ball handle oriented, whereas Al Horford, a little bit more just stretch, kind of rim sharp oriented. Anyway, 3-level threat, we're going to go ahead and show you guys all the animations and stuff that I am targeting early on. I'll let you guys know a little bit more when I know about actual big man dribbling, like all the etceteras, but most of what I'm showing is just what I know is going to be really good for the 70 ball handle type builds. Alright, so some of the main things that we're featuring as far as ball handling goes for these 70 range builds is going to be the pros. So, as you can see, you have pro crossover, this is going to be 70 ball handle. This tween right here is looking nasty. For the behind the back, Pro is also one of the best in the game as far as this goes. I would actually argue the best, besides maybe LaMelo Ball and a couple small guard restricted ones, but for slashers and stuff like that, or people that are mainly focused on trying to get to the paint, like with this, it'll get you to the paint, you can turn around, go into the post, I think very easily. Now, obviously, for a stretch big type build, this would be nice and all, but I mean, 80 ball handle is not achievable unless you're probably 6'9", I would say. 6'8" can definitely get stuff like this, but yeah, Pro is going to be looking really good for you though. As far as step backs, normal is still going to be the Asta slide, so you're going to see this little crab move going into the mid-range on one of these animations right there, and it's very good. I mean, it'll move you from 3-point line into mid-range. Obviously, your midi is freaking 93, so I mean, this is going to be a staple in your game for sure. So those are some of the animations that I'm going to recommend you guys run between the crossover, behind the back, and obviously the step back. So it's a lot of moving animations. As far as your SIG size ups, I know Kawhi Leonard is definitely going to be a solid SIG size up right here. It's always been pretty solid for the 70 ball handle type builds. This one you can get at 65. It just can be somewhat comboed. It's not a real comboable, but you won't really find anything comboable in this like 70 ball handle range, to be honest with you. So it can at least put the ball on the floor a couple of times. You can chain it together. It's pretty solid. As far as dribble styles go, you're probably just going to want to run normal, and that's about it. It's actually all you can get for that matter. And ironic that they actually took out the Joel Embiid one, because I tell you what, I mean, that thing was actually pretty trash too. It was like actually worse than it was good, to be real with you. But pass styles, you have pretty much everything in the game except Halliburton and then Jason Williams. So if they're any good, you're probably gonna run something along the lines of like LaMelo, for instance, or maybe just none if it happens to be better, but we'll see. LeBron is also available at 86 pass ac as well, so that's what you're looking at as far as that stuff goes. Anyway, that is about all as far as the animations that we have, as far as what you can get for dunks. I mean, it's as you can see, like big man tomahawks off 2. You can also get like tomahawks for big man tomahawks off 1. Besides that though, I would mainly just go with the standing dunks and probably just the 1-foot tomahawks right here. It's about as simple as that, to be real with you. If you want to run things like side clutches, it's probably the next best animation you can get with this. Or athletic hangs off 1 can also be really good too. So just keep that in mind. With 65 dunk, you can get a couple decent dunk packages. They're nothing crazy, but it's still putting the ball through the hoop in a less blockable way than to just toss a layup up in front of somebody. So you're not mainly going to be going to the hoop trying to dunk the ball. It's mainly just on cuts and to be underneath the basket and just be able to dunk the ball. But if you wanted to invest more close shot than what I showed for the build, you absolutely can do that as well. But I really do think paired with the right type of person, aka an inside big, this could be a nasty, nasty build right here. Now, mainly an undersized inside big, because you can handle guarding bigs, in my opinion. With a 77 interior, 92 block, I think you're looking fine. Plus the 80 vert as well, 82 strength for the silver removable enforcer. You want someone that can defend guards, but also dominate the guards too. So like a small guard killer, Ben Simmons sort of deal. And I think you can find those if people are, you know, willing to watch my videos too. So if you and your boy are trying to pair up for some 2v2 stuff and you want to build like this, obviously put them on to my slasher build. I think that it's just a perfect marriage when it comes to the way that those two builds mesh together at all times. So anyway, that's all for the video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new to noties, all good stuff. And like always, try to 1 to 2,000 likes. If you made it to the end of the vid, put stretch or put Tonic in the comments to support me all the way through. I'm not sure if Tonic's even going to make this build or not. I haven't talked to him yet. He's out of town and getting back pretty soon, but I'm sure he's very intrigued to find something that's similar to, or if not the exact same thing as this, to be honest with you guys. This is looking nasty for Pro-Am, and I do assume we're going to be running something like this at the 4, where it's very offensive oriented, because we have a very defensive 2-guard that I actually posted earlier today too. So if you want to check either of those out, feel free to. Other than that, hope you enjoyed. Take it easy, man. Peace.